Welcome back, guys. So, I don't know how long the stream will go, but I'm gonna see how many models I'm gonna get done. So basically, models-wise, for the miscellaneous ones, this is gonna be the wrap-up on those. Hopefully today. If I don't, it'll probably be next week. But you guys can't see me pulling this up. Let's see here. We're gonna start with a pitchfork. Oh shoot, I just realized I put that in the wrong view. So we're gonna start with a pitchfork. Oh, of course, it's like, no, I can't go back to where you previously were. Where the heck? Okay, I guess I was like stupid zoomed out on that. Or something. No, I was in the, whoa. In the wrong place. Oh my god. My brain's on like Clip Studio and Illustrator mode. So I'm like trying to hit space to like move and it does this. Not helpful. Oh, I'm doing it again. So basically, what I'm thinking is we're gonna try and see how many of these things we can get through. We got stuff like pitchforks, shovel, wheelbarrow, tack racks, like bridles, halters, or bridle saddles, blankets, maybe a mounting block and a hitching post, stuff like that. So most of these will probably be relatively straightforward. The wheelbarrow, I think, is the one I'm the most nervous for because it's not gonna be just like super basic shapes. I'm gonna have to actually like try to mold that into like an actual wheelbarrow look. But let's just see how it goes. Also, this thing feels like it's like off. Here, good enough. I also unfortunately don't have anything for size comparison, scale, etc. I feel like though, let's make this maybe a little bit bigger. I'm gonna have to work on making a size comparison for these objects. I had one that worked really, really well for the jumps and other competitive obstacle stuff, or competition items, I guess you could say, and I unfortunately did not port that over to my other files, so I'll probably have to do that later off camera. These are just supposed to be kind of more chill sessions anyways, so it's not a big deal. I like to get super nitpicky with my files, but you guys don't need to see the nitpick. Okay, probably don't need like a ton of subdivisions on this baby. It's literally just a fork. A pitchfork. I think like 6 to 8 is probably a good number. 8's like gives it a little bit more of that rounded look. 6 would probably definitely be fine. But I don't want to give up too much detail with this stuff. Just because that's me. I like my stuff looking pretty, you know? should give us a nice rounded bottom. And then this top segment here. Now this is where it's gonna get interesting, because now we have to recreate the the pitchfork like head pretty much. So that will be interesting. Let's start by just going into front view and tugging this up to the same point. I'm just gonna scoot you slightly over to try and make that line up. Okay. So let's just focus on making a bottom segment. And this is where my other references I'm going to have on my secondary screen are going to come into play. So you guys won't be able to see these, but I'm going to use these to try and get an idea of how I want to try and set this thing up. So basically, there's no way I want to model each individual little spike. That's ridiculous. So what we're going to do is this part of the fork is pretty much going to be a texture. However, I still need the base body of the fork. So that's what I'm kind of trying to sort out, is how that's going to look. So kind of looks like the it kind of looks like the fork itself is like smack dab in the middle, so kind of like what I just have here. And then what it does is it goes out and it kind of pulls in on either side. So I think what might be a good idea is to keep this thing... My mouse is getting like sticky again. I think what might be a good idea is we delete one side of this and then we duplicate it as an instance. And then that will keep these guys the same. And then let's go back into front view. So now what we need to do is we need to make sure this tugs in about here. And then we're gonna grab this. Oops, I need the vertexes. We're gonna grab you. Go back into perspective mode so I can see what I'm doing here. And basically it just kind of moves inwards like this. And so many pictures. And it's not a huge indent either. That's the thing, is it's pretty small of an indent. So let's go ahead, turn this in a little bit. It's actually very thin too. So like this. I'm gonna have to do that to both of them. It's actually more like this, to be honest. So that gives us the top. And then this gets interesting because it blends itself back in like this. So, because I'm not texturing these right now, I'm not sure how well this is gonna play out. So let's tug you back in. And then let's go ahead and pull this up like so, but then this one is going to have to kind of tuck in a little as it goes into... I just realized I was doing that in... Hold on, put that back out there. I didn't realize I was in perspective mode for a second there. Okay. Let's go back into the faces, and then we're gonna grab this again. Oops. Wait, did you... This... Wait, what? Why is it... Well, that's weird. Okay, now it's fine. It's not like... No, it's fine. Okay, I don't know why it did that. Whatever. Okay, let's go back into this. Basically, what this is intending is to be... like, let's pull you in like so. Go back into front view. And then we go up again. You know, technically I think we could just leave it like this, because basically what happens then is we just only, like, you know, texture this segment and then we make it look like it goes up the rest of the way on the other ones. And I think that'll be fine. I think on top of it, we can also just, like, kind of thin it out even more up here. And then just make sure this stays kind of still tugged in enough. Those guys are all still aligned. I mean, that's technically accurate. I'll just pull this in nice and close. If we want to make it a bit more extreme, we can do this. I think that works pretty good. And pretty much from there, like, the rest of it's all just going to be texturing for the most part. Because it's just a, like, it's basically a scoop, and that's all there is to it. It doesn't need to be anything fancy. So that means we should just be able to combine... No! It's crashing. Oh, hold on, guys. Oh my god, I just finished it. You didn't even let me. You didn't even let me. Ugh, so stupid. No. I have to redo all that. Ugh. Gaia, not Gaia, Maya, freaking Gaia's my project. Dang it, Maya. Why does it love to crash on me so much? I should have saved it, like, right then when I got, like, a good shape there. I'm so irritated. Did you? Oh, I think... Yeah, it kind of recovered it, but not properly. Also because it crashed, freaked my whole thing out. Oh, and it didn't auto-save because I wasn't working on it long enough. Oh, you suck. So I go... Yeah, I'm pretty sure... I'm trying to double check just to make sure, but I think I have the file open. That was the one that it technically backed up. Yeah. Yep. I have the file that was still backed up. Okay, hold on guys. I gotta clean this file up because it's not, it's not what I wanted it to be. God, that sucks. just got it exactly the way I wanted it, and then it crashed. It, like, literally, that's what Maya always does. It's like, oh, you made really good progress? Here, let me wipe it away in an instant. Okay. Well, as much as that's so stupid and that sucks so much, I do have the reference image back up here. I'm gonna make this bigger again so it's not so dinky. I'll fix sizing later. Okay, let's try that again, and then once I get the basic shape in, I'm gonna save it, and then once I got, like, the actual way I want it, I'm gonna save it again, because this was really stupid. Okay, I went with 8, right? God, I'm so pissed. Okay. Wait, is that... Oh, you know what? It's centered up top. This thing's still off. Whatever. Whatever. Okay, so far so good. It's doing that thing again where I can't select the image plane. I don't know why. Okay, let's get the box shape back in here. So this was relatively thin. I'm gonna get rid of this end. About here, I'd say, is where that went out. Actually, you know what? Maybe what I'll do is I'm gonna start by tugging this thing up the number of spaces I need to, and then we will adjust it. Haha! Oh shoot, did I mess that up? I may have. No, that's like, that's fine, right? Yeah, that's fine. I think that's fine. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. Okay, we're saving at this point because it's never too early to save, right? Stupid Maya. Oh no, wait, I need to duplicate special you. That's what I need to do. Okay, so we duplicate you. I just realized my lines aren't on. Okay, now we do our combining. Make sure these guys are close enough to each other, and then we do that. And for some reason, why is this not working the way I expected to? Is it because of... Oh, it's probably because of the inside bits. Not supposed to be inside bits. Get rid of those. It's probably part of the problem. Yep, there we go. Now it's properly looping around. I don't think technically we need a middle line there either, so I'm gonna do that. Okay, I don't think this needs like extra detail to it. It's really just a like shavings fork or whatever. So I think this will work fine. And it doesn't need to like stick out extremely. Now, it does need to match on the side though. So let's see here. Do I have an example of a side view? Barely. Not really. Most of these are guys are front view only. Okay, so the front of the shavings fork, and then I was also considering possibly making this segment a bit thinner. Nah, I think I'll keep it thick. We just need to move this so that... So basically it's the bottom segment, I think? I think the bottom part is where it stays fine. And it goes like this, and that's basically the scoop. I have to look at some of these in person because this is very... I think it could work. I don't have a lot of good... I don't have a lot of good different perspectives on this, though. I have, like, mostly front view, a slight 3/4 view, and not a real side view. So it makes it much harder to kind of get a feel for, like, oh, what direction is this supposed to be in? It's not what I was trying to do. Here we go. This feels like it should stick out further, but I feel like I'm just gonna break it if I do that. So... Okay, you know what? It kinda... Okay, it feels like... It feels like this needs to be at the same angle from where it goes off of. Because then it's like... Like if we grab both of these, just make them one singular object. I'm saving again because I'm paranoid because this thing pissed me off. Okay, so... Yeah, so this needs to like lay flat, right? So... Oh, this is so awkward. I guess because the upper part just feels like it's too short. I don't know, something's still off about this. Like, when you put this on the ground, you should... It should go like this, right? It's a little funky. But like, you should be able to lay it against the ground. And like, this portion should be able to lay flat. Weird. Something looks off about it. Maybe it's just because it's too long? No, that still doesn't feel right. Is it too wide? Nope. Why does this still feel off? Is it supposed to slope? I don't think so. Because it's supposed to be able to go drag across the ground flat, right? You know what? I'm gonna leave this one like this. And then I'll come back to this and look at it a little bit more closely. Because maybe the problem is I just need to fix the side view. And I'm not sure. Let's remove view over, delete history. Delete these. So, there we go. Oh. Okay, so next one is going to be just a basic shovel. I need something that's like a straight-on view. I think I like this one. Am I upside down? No. Right? Maybe? No, because this is where the grid is, so it's not... Why does this feel flipped? I don't know. Wait, why is it not? Oh, it's because I was trying to do... I need to do it from the middle. Okay. So let's scoot this one back, and then basically what my thought process was is I can create two of these, one of them without the top mesh and the other without the bottom mesh. The heck? Well, that's strange. Oh, I think I deleted the wrong mesh. Okay, this one, I'm just gonna delete the bottom on it. So that one now is without a bottom. This one I'm gonna delete the top on it. I think it was like, it wasn't letting me delete it because it was the only thing left on the mesh. Oop. Do 180. Okay, so this is gonna serve basically as the base of our shovel. So I don't have to recreate the whole shape again, unless we're saving. Okay. So you... Oh. Wait, why is that? Center pivot. That's a weird pivot choice. Hopefully. I think that fixed it. Okay. So shovels are freaking weird, by the way, in terms of trying to figure out how to model one of these things. I have never modeled a shovel, so this is gonna be interesting. So let's start by spreading out the shape of this, I guess, and then maybe pull it up to here. I have to split this thing in two. Is that gonna function correctly? That looks really weird. Like, it's technically supposed to end up like about here. And then... like, I think these are supposed to be lined up together, and then these guys are basically supposed to become almost non-existent as this kind of comes in. Like so. This is supposed to stick out. I'm a little bit nervous trying to do these ones. Trying to figure out how to make a freaking shovel. This is like really hard. Making a shovel that doesn't look stupid is what I should say. I'm sure I can make a really dumb looking shovel. Why does this one go down? This one goes down, this one goes up? What? Why? Well, I think that kind of works. Vaguely. Let's grab, like, the middle and, like, tug it back just a tiny bit. Just so it has more of that defined shovel shape. Because, like, shovels do go in a little bit in the middle, right? I don't know if I need to... I don't know if I need to... Because, like, that's too shallow, but I feel like doing... I feel like doing this is enough. I'm just debating if it should be more... I think it should be more flat, shouldn't it? Okay, so maybe what we do is we just add a little bit more definition here. just kind of lighting this tug back so it feels a bit more shovel-like. Yeah, I think that feels more shovel-like. That works, that works. Okay. And then basically the base of this is gonna have to be kind of sticking in halfway through the shovel, right? Like it's gonna have to kind of sit like that. And this top part here. I think the top part honestly could probably just come in like this. Yeah, something like that. Tug this down a little ways. Maybe delete some of the faces in here. And then this kind of could maybe get merged together. I really hope I'm not fucking up the topology up here. That's the one thing I'm actually genuinely worried about is like, oh god, am I ruining the topology? I hope not. I grabbed the wrong thing. Need to grab like these guys. Pull them out. Actually, maybe I will grab the bottom ones too. There we go. I mean, that's looking more shovel-like. It's not terrible. Does this like kind of go back inwards a little like this on a shovel? I think it does. Or at least I think on this shovel it would. Right? Okay, maybe instead of moving this one, we'll move the actual shovel base. Like so. Something a little like that. Yeah, there we go. Okay, actually now I'm kind of debating flipping this back. Set you back to 0. No, not 0. Set you back to 90? Yeah, I think I might put this back down into here. Go like that. Okay, not too bad, not too bad. Okay, so time for the handle. So the handle kind of looks pretty flat on the side for the most part. It does go out. I think maybe let's like make a little cylinder and then turn it on its side, and then off of that cylinder we'll make the handle. Yeah, I think something like this would be good. Okay, so let's reduce the subdivisions like significantly though. I like doing 8. 8 always looks so good. And I'm gonna duplicate this as well. Okay, so basically what I'm thinking is with this handle, we're gonna like make it a little bit buffer, kinda, so that it actually goes around this thing. Okay, and then let's split this thing down the middle to make it easier to model. Duplicate special, nope. That's why duplicate special can be so stinking confusing sometimes, because it can be so hard to tell, is it like okay with me duplicating it this way, or is it gonna be like, no, actually, because of where the things are, it wants to go a different way, but then my brain gets confused on what direction it's trying to go, so I always mess it up, honestly. It's so silly. Okay, so we're gonna grab you, and we're gonna start bringing you down. And we need this to get thinner. And then keep coming down. And get thicker again. Well, if you don't look at it from the side, it looks great. Oh my god. Okay, let's fix this. That's not too terrible. I think that's a workable handle, honestly. And it does kind of flatten out a little bit more on the sides. I don't think I want to bother trying to make this functional with this thing. Like trying to get everything to line up together. I don't think it's probably worth it, really. So I think what I'll do is I'm just going to use these parts to make the appearance of a handle, and we're going to call that good. Paranoid saving this stupid thing too. Okay, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and end up combining this whole thing together. We're gonna call this the shovel mesh instead of the shovel knight. And delete all those because we won't need them. Okay, so there's a shovel. I'm 2 objects in, and the next one's the wheelbarrow. I thought that, like, these 2 would be easy. I'm honestly kind of tempted to just skip the wheelbarrow for now, and maybe when I'm feeling a little better about it coming back. That was a lot more difficult than I expected. Okay. Well, mounting blocks are very straightforward. I could just do that. Hitching posts. There's a lot of variations with hitching posts. I was running across mostly it was either metal or wood. Honestly, I don't know how much energy I'm gonna have to be able to like do more models. I was like really hoping I was gonna be able to like knock a whole bunch of these guys out of the park, but oh man, I am not feeling it, and I feel bad about that. I do have a big horse ball as something, and that's really easy. That's just gonna be a sphere, so let's go ahead and make one of those really quick. And I could just reduce the number of polys on it so it's not insane. It does not need to be 20 subdivisions, thank you very much. Okay, let's try 12 and see how that comes out. Yeah, that's not too bad. That looks like a pretty decent ball. Probably could get away with less, but I don't want to go too low, so... So there's a ball. Very, very straightforward. Okay, so everything else is kind of miscellaneous objects. I did have pile of hay as an option, and I'm trying to remember how I handled that. I think honestly, I think another sphere would be easy to do a pile of hay with, because all you have to do technically is just rip the bottom of the sphere out. So you get this, you know? And then, depending on how, like, detailed you want it, you can just reduce your subdivisions again. Oh, I forgot. You gotta do that before you delete it. Yeah, it kind of freaks out if it doesn't know where everything went. So, for example, we could just do another 12 subdivisions again, and then we can just take the bottom out from underneath it. I said take the bottom out. So there we go. And what I'm thinking is basically you just kind of spread this baby out, and you flatten it up a little bit, and it kind of... Maybe not quite like that. You kind of get like a... you get like you know, a pile, like a loose pile of hay looking kind of thing. I'm going for like the idea of like a pile of hay sitting on the ground, basically. So let's see here. I want to do... I want to use the select tool, and then I want to do soft select. And then we need to increase the affected areas. Thank you. And then what I was thinking is we just spread this baby out like so, and it's gonna pull bits and pieces with it so it feels a bit more natural instead of just me, like, you know, manually dragging this thing with me. You know. And then what we can do is we can really spread out the bottom here. And then that's not too bad. I kind of want it to feel like it's like... I kind of want to make it feel like it's like... really like spread out. I think my soft select isn't going to affect it when I spread it out this much though. I might have to play around with this particular one just to kind of see how the shapes end up feeling later. Might keep... Kind of looks like a net, doesn't it? So like that's a huge, huge spread out pile, but you could also probably like downsize it. Oh, I wasn't expecting that. Okay, let's scoot you over. That was weird. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. You know, no, I know why that happened, but like I'm like, oh, I wasn't expecting that. That's actually really helpful. That is genuinely actually very helpful. I didn't even think about that. My brain just immediately went to using that one because I'm like, I don't need to make it taller. And you can just kind of mess around with the shape this way. Oh, that's kind of nice. So if I wanted like a taller, thinner pile, I could do something like this. What if we just like tugged in the base and then pulled up soft select a bit more? Like what if I did a little something like that? Turn off soft select again. Eh. You know what? I think that works. I think that works for a hay pile. It's not terrible. So let's do hay pile big mesh. I can't remember if I was calling these meshes or not. I'm gonna have to go through my entire thing and like sort out how my naming conventions worked. Cause like I know normally I go by mesh, but I can't remember if I was calling stuff mesh before. And then we have hay pile medium mesh. We'll call this one, oops, hay pile small. Small, a new small hay pile. Okay, we're gonna save again because I'm paranoid again. Hi, Clay. Doing pretty good. I'm genuinely so tired, though. Okay, let's see. Let's consider maybe just doing a mounting block really quick, because that's another very easy one. Because there's like 2-step and 3-step mounting blocks. So let's do something like this. Duplicate, and then actually no, I can do. Let's do it like this. Yeah, I don't know how long I'm gonna stream for, but I'm gonna try to stream for a bit at least. And then we just extend. No, not that way. This way. And that's basically a mounting block. That's almost a little too simple for my liking though, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do my own beveling to make it look better in my opinion. So we're gonna do, actually no, I think I might, should I do the other bevel? Let's undo all that. Let's try beveling this the normal way and see if I can get this bevel to work the way I like it. Bevel's so awkward. Okay, so I want a very small bevel. I don't want big bevel. I mean, that does work. I'm not a huge fan of using bevel, but it does get the job done. Yeah, I guess I'll keep it. I mean, technically the mounting block is very, very simple. This is just a 2-step one, but I mean, I could very easily make this into a 3-step if I wanted. Because I mean, pretty much all I'd have to do is just kind of reposition this here. And then I think we can delete this one. Let's duplicate you so we have a 2-step mounting block. Basically, let's see if I can pull this off. So you kind of just need to delete these guys and then probably the bottom of this one too. Oops. Did that backwards. So then... I'm probably doing this in like the weirdest possible way to do it, but you know what? I don't care. I am gonna do it the weird way. Because I can. If I don't like the 3-step one, I'm just gonna delete it. So let's see. Oh, we don't need all this extra stuff on the inside here, though. That's not gonna be good. It's not healthy. Get out of here. Shoot. I'm gonna need to add a separate. I'm gonna need to add some stuff in here. Oopsie. Alright, let's just start by connecting the edges we can, and then I'll fix it. I'll get you fixed. Okay, so that's partially done, but we still need a little bit more. So we need one here, and we needed one here. So merge those two in, merge those two in. How did this hook up again? You're good. Is you. Where's the bottom one on that one? Yeah, there we are. Okay, and then is everybody connected up here and happy? I think they are. So there we go. A 3-step beveled mounting block. I mean, that works. Technically. That is a huge mounting block. Let's just downsize these two. You know, get them to be a bit more realistic. You know. Okay, probably a little bit bigger. Not terribly big. I'll get some better sizing tools in later. So I can actually make stuff make sense, which it doesn't right now. Yay. Make sure that's fine. Okay. Okay, those guys are named. Perfect. Save. Paranoid save. I know too well how bad exhaustion can hit. I worked the night shift last night, so I've been up. Oh no, I'm up for 24 hours, and I still have to stay up later to ensure I don't wake in too early for come tomorrow morning. I still have to pack and everything. After that, it's time to march around in 30 pounds of armor. Oh my god, for 16 hours a day, 3 days straight, including bouncy club-style dancing and every ever-shifting chainmail. Oh my god, are you going to like a Renaissance thing? And yet, Renaissance are like, what do they call the live, like the, it's not LARPing, is it? The live action roleplay? Is it LARPing, or is it called something else? Reenactment? I guess it depends on what you're doing. And yet, I still look forward to this almost as much as Christmas. Size more like a yoga ball, I'd say. Yeah, the horse ball needs to be pretty huge for a horse to use it. I mean, like, if you had a pony, of course it's gonna be a little smaller. God, yeah, no, like, work has been a roller coaster. It's like, as soon as I think things are decent, it just, like, gives me a freaking jolt straight down. I don't like roller coasters very much. At least I don't like the ones with sudden drops. And sometimes work has been feeling like that lately. It's like, I don't mind dealing with work when it's like an even amount of time and stuff, it's like, okay, it's not that bad. But it's like, as soon as I get that jolt going straight down, like, that's when I'm getting pissed off. I've been feeling that a lot lately. Ooh. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out what I want to do next. I feel like, if anything, I'm either going to work my way up to the wheelbarrow, or I'm doing the wheelbarrow later, because that is a stressful model. So that leaves tack hangers or racks. So like a bridle rack hanger, saddle rack, blanket rack kind of stuff. We also have the hitching post. I can make a very easy hitching post right now that is just a simple block of wood, basically. And then we could also make a hitching post that's like the longer one. I'm thinking if I make the hitching post right now, I probably will just make wooden hitching posts. Just because I don't think I want to do anything metal. I don't really have any ideas for metal that I feel like I want to make immediately. I think like I'm kind of obligated to have to eventually make the metal hitching post that has God, my brain is dying. The metal hitching post with the horse head. That's what I'm trying to say out loud. The thing is, I'm only slightly actually physically tired. I haven't done a lot physically, but I'm extremely mentally exhausted, which really sucks. Because it's like, I have a lot of things I want to do. Yeah, like, one of the things I'm seeing here is like a lot of concrete hitching posts actually, as well, where it's like, it's a metal ring in a concrete, like, pillar, basically. But there's so many horse hitching posts that are just horse heads with like a ring through the mouth, or just the face in general. I just looked at one that didn't even remotely try to put it through the mouth. And I think those are so pretty, and I definitely want to make them. So I think maybe what we'll do first is we're gonna just make a general hitching post. So what I'm kind of thinking is making a hitching post that's like the concrete one, but instead of it being made out of concrete, I'm gonna do just a normal wooden post instead with a metal ring on it. So this one's gonna be pretty simple because I can just make it out of basic shapes. So we're gonna do something like this. Let's make it a little thinner, a little taller. Actually, I can make it taller by just grabbing the top part so it stays flat. So if I'm trying to like judge these by like the scale of like a person, I think that's a good height, hopefully. And then let's give it... Actually, is that really necessary to have as a separate element? Because it could just be textured on. I think we could just texture that part on, honestly. I mean, if I want to add it later, I could, but I think I could just get textured on. So then that means that we need a ring. And then I could probably do 2 rings, I think. So let's... Oh, no, wait. No, I can't duplicate special it. Or not duplicate. I can't do normal duplicate. Okay, so let's do 2 rings. One like this and one like this. This is going to be the tiny ring that holds the first ring in place. And then this is going to be the ring that you slip whatever stuff, like the lead rope or whatever, through. And then because these are both original objects and not duplicated, it's not going to yell at me and be like, no, you can't edit it. Oh, this looks so funny. This looks like it's like holding, like, not hula hoops, but like, I don't know, huge rings. It looks really funny. Okay, so let's size you down. And then Taurus. Let's see here. Ooh. What I'm kind of thinking is like making this one a touch wider maybe? Nah, let's leave that. Okay, we just need to reduce these though for sure. Let's, yeah, no more than 8, I think. Okay, we could increase it from 8 on both of these because we're only gonna see half of this thing. So, okay, we don't need as many of those subdivisions though. So let's leave that one on 8 and the other one on 16, I think. And then before I start deleting shit off of it, let's resize this giant pool floaty. And get you placed in here. Okay, so once again, let's reduce how many subdivisions this has. This definitely does not need to be a huge number. It's such a tiny, tiny detail. Okay, so I'm going to delete the stuff that you can't see because there's no reason to keep it, especially if it's going to be a static object. And then this one, I'd update that to 16 itself, though. I'm gonna pull this one down just so it feels a bit thinner. No, I want that to still... I want it to be at least a little bit thick. You gotta be able to see it. Okay. I don't think that's too bad. And then we can just merge everything into one object. And if we want to get fancy, we could technically bevel. Maybe I won't do a normal bevel because I don't need the bottom bevel, but we could grab just this section and just kind of tug this in so it feels a little, you know, a little nice. There we go. That's not too bad. The rest of it would be underground, of course. Like so. And then that means we could delete the bottom here because you don't need to see that. I don't think any horses are gonna rip a pillar of wood out of the ground. I frickin' hope not. Okay, so there's an actual literal hitching post. I would have gone to the Renaissance Fair, but they moved from 15 minutes away to almost 2 hours! Oh no! Actually going to convention Everfree Northwest, I decided to make my Railed Guard cosplay out of real metal armor instead of plastic or foam because why not? Oh my god! I may not be bringing a real sword to the con, but I could certainly wood and metal seems like a good way to go about it. Wood will fit better with the rest of the stable. Not sure what kind of world. Oh, you're talking about the hitching post, yeah. Gaia is set in and the metal will draw the eye and make it look sturdier than plain wood post. Yeah, like, I definitely want to do the horse head metal post. I just don't want to try and model that, because I think it would be easier if, like, eventually I start modeling, if I eventually start modeling... Oh, my brain is, like, struggling. It's, like, dial-up noises? If I eventually start modeling sculptures, or even just making an actual horse model, it'll be easier to work off of that than it will be to try and do it now without, like, any experience working on horse models. I don't know if I'm gonna do the model on stream. I'm definitely not doing it today. But I want to eventually start working on making the first horse breed for the world, which I have just been nicknaming the Soul Companion. It's a breed based off of North American wild horse breeds, so, you know, the ones that originally came from Spanish horses. So it's based off of Mustangs. The Prior Mountain Mustang, aka the one that Cloud's Legacy is from, is a major one for me. Then also paint horses, American paints, Appaloosas and Nez Perce horses are also inspiration for it. So that's the general just idea for those guys. I'm looking at the wooden posts. I'm trying to think about how I want to handle this. There's multiple ways that people have made wooden posts in terms of how the posts connect up to each other. And I'm like, oh, which way do I want to do this? I think I like the idea of like the posts being tied together. It feels more rustic. There's versions that have like a metal piece that hooks them down together, so it's like there's one long post that goes across the top. I know I made posts for my circus model, but I don't know if I want to use those. I kind of like the idea of just making brand new models for everything. I mean, it's good practice anyways. So there's some posts where like you have the two posts in the ground and then you have a post in front of them that's tied to them. You have some that have two posts in the ground and the post, like the long post horizontally is on top of them. I think I kind of like it being on top, personally. And then there's a few different versions of that. So stuff that I'm seeing is it's like there's one that's crisscrossed almost, like a triangle. There's one that has a metal strap? I don't know what to call it. It's just a piece of metal that like hooks it down. There's one that's like blocky, like what I just made with the post. There's another one where it looks like it's cut, like part of the post is cut through. Yeah, like a bunch of these are showing them partially cut, and then some of them have rope around them. And some also have like rings on the hitching post, so that might be worth considering. I don't think I'm gonna add rings to the long post, personally. I think if I do that, I'll just do it later. I think I'm fine with just making a basic post shape. So let's go down to at least 12, just so it's not too much detail. So I think... So let's do something like this. And then let's make one that goes sideways and spreads out. Like so. Now, do I want to have it so that it goes through the posts, or is it sitting on top of them? Where's that other one I saw that I really liked? This one kind of goes through them. Also, these all feel kind of chunky. I might have to make these a little thinner. Okay, it's not going to do that because everybody's a duplicate. So something maybe a bit like this. But then I also want to fix the top just a touch so that it's pulled in a little bit to give it that small inch of detail. There we go. And we can technically on these two delete the bottoms off of them because they won't be in use. think I can do this without messing it up. Yeah, it's gonna work with that. That's fine. There we go. That's not too bad. Okay, so that's just the basic post shape. I'm saving. Paranoid save. So another thing I could do is technically like wrap rope around it. I'm not sure how much I want to do that because creating an actual rope around the post that isn't just textured could be a lot of polys for just a basic post. So I think what I might do is I may just leave it like this for now. Just combine it, and then we're gonna just call it good. So we'll call this, oops. Should delete the history. Okay. I'm just gonna call it long for now. I don't know what else to call it. I'm gonna call it long post. It's a very short long post though. It's a little short height-wise compared to its companion. Let's do something like that, I think. And then... Ooh. Make this one a little shorter, but maybe... I feel like the actual, like... This part should be thicker. Big. Yeah, like that. Okay, I'm gonna scoot everybody over a little further. Okay, I think that works. It's not bad. I'll think about the ropes later. I don't know, like, I like the look of the ropes, but I'm just kind of like, I gotta figure out how much, like, adding extra detail like that's an actual model is gonna make a difference. Because it might look just fine having some ropes on it that's textured. Otherwise, it might be a case of it's like, okay, can I make this look good but stay low poly? And I just don't want to experiment with that kind of stuff. I had ideas for that with, like, some of the hay and whatnot anyways, so... There's definitely gonna be things I'm gonna probably come back to and play around with. We still have the wheelbarrow, my beloved. I am genuinely nervous to try and model this. I guess it's not so bad. It's mostly the interior of the wheelbarrow that has me nervous. And then let me pull up. Where is my references sheet? Okay, so we can actually start crossing stuff off. So we got the pitchfork and the shovel done, and we got a mounting block done, we got a hitching post done, we got straw done, the ball is done, and then most of these other things I'm gonna hold on. One of the other objects I do want to make eventually is gonna be a truck and a horse trailer, but with the whole truck and horse trailer stuff, I am definitely not doing that immediately because, one, I have no reason to do it immediately. So while it's like... Well, it's something I do plan on doing sooner rather than later. I'm going to hold off on them just for now because it's quite a bit to model. I'm not very good with vehicles. So I don't know if I'm going to do that one on stream, but that is part of the stuff I'm planning on doing. So wish me luck. I might try to do like a practice run on it and see how it turns out, and if it looks decent, maybe I'll pop into stream and share it with you guys. I want to finish the tack racks. I want to do the wheelbarrow, whether on stream or not. And then, where's the bridle rack one? And then I also want to, when I do my next art stream, what I'm thinking about starting on is going to be the actual tack concept art. I had a sort of rough version of the tack, and I'm just not happy with how that looks because it was just kind of me trying to get a very rough idea sorted out, and then I vectorized that idea, and it was fantastic for being able to, like, you know, quickly change colors and test things. And I still kind of used it for some of that, but I'm realizing that I do want like an in-depth reference, because eventually what my plans are is, once I have an actual horse model to work with and like it functions and stuff, I want to start modeling tack that fits that model, because then that gives me, you know, basically everything I need to actually start making a game with my own content. I've made games with stuff like Malber's animation stuff, like Malber's horse animation pro something or other. And it's a good starting kit for like working in Unity or Unreal. I used it in Unity personally, but it's like, it's not the same as having your own stuff. I tried to like see if I could like mess around with the model, and I could not find it in like the assets. You can replace it though, so I'm like, okay, if I can't figure out how to like code horse riding, which I imagine it might function a bit like a car, except your car has AI. Your car is able to walk around. But anyways, yeah, it's like, if I can't figure out how to code my own horse, at least with like the Malber stuff, I can use my own rig, animation, model, all that good stuff, and then I can try to just kind of sort out some stuff with the rest of it. So we'll see. My goals are hopefully next year to start on the actual development process. And I'm also considering very heavily shifting gears into Unreal, because I was going to start with Unity because I did have genuine interest in actually learning how to like program with like actual code instead of visual script. I wanted to try both. But everything I've been seeing, between like the fiasco that happened with Unity in general, to like how Unreal's like actual engine functions and the scripting and stuff, it does make me more interested in Unreal. I haven't personally used any other engines like Godot and stuff, or if Cry's still around. I haven't used that either. I've seen other people use it, and unfortunately, I'm not interested, so I'm really mostly just looking between Unity and Unreal, with Unreal looking more and more interesting by day. And Unreal gives me some very nice free assets that are worth hundreds of dollars, and I'm just like, oh. So that's kind of where I'm at with that right now. Okay, let's see here. I might actually start with the blanket rack, because the blanket rack looks stupid easy, honestly. Okay, so let's go back into front view, maybe? Yeah, let's use front view for this one. Okay, image plane. So yeah, basically it's kind of a, we'll see, but I'm leaning towards, Unreal. Why are you all the way down there? Okay, so I'm gonna make these a little bit bigger. That's probably fine. So with the blanket and saddle racks and all that stuff, what I'm kind of thinking is I'm just gonna make like one version to start with, and then we're gonna kind of go from there. I'm gonna see how that feels, and if I want to start modeling more, either for practice or because it genuinely would be helpful, we'll just kind of feel it out, I guess, pretty much. This one needs to get flipped onto its side. And then the way this is set up is so weird. It's like all hinging on like that one little spot. Are you serious? I have a few different examples of blanket racks that I'm interested in using. Oh my god, it feels like it is. Okay, so this other one has it so it's connected up at the top and the bottom. Okay, this one is too. Okay, maybe you just can't see it in this image. Actually, no, yeah, I think it is connected at the top and the bottom. Okay, so then that means it might not be a bad idea to just have a little thing that kind of makes it feel like it connects up. So Something a little like this. And then we can just delete the back face because we won't need it. I'm a fan of getting rid of things I don't need. Especially in modeling. It's like, oh, I don't need you? Get out of here. Okay. So we're gonna try and keep all this stuff straight too. Just so that I'm not... it's not getting too loosey-goosey. Okay, so... maybe a little bit thicker. Yeah, that's a good amount. Okay. And then I need you to reduce significantly. So let's try 12. And then let's elongate it so it actually stretches the full length between these two. Oh, and I didn't say it earlier, I completely spaced it, but Clay, I hope you have fun at Everfree. I honestly kind of low-key miss going to pony conventions. I only went to one that was hosted by me. I went to it twice. I went to it like early on, probably during one of their first times they held it, and I went to the last time they held it, and that was it. I don't know if it was the very first time, because I found out about it kind of randomly. I was probably the second or third time they hosted it, I bet. And then I went to the very last hosting, which was nice. That's where I got my Luna bag. I love it so much. Sorry, I had to switch to mobile because my computer was slow as 2 snails pushing 3 snails. So I missed a lot of what you said. I'll have to come back and watch the VOD after Everfree. No worries. I hope the stream wasn't causing you too much trouble. Okay, let's see. Ooh. I think this will be fine. We do need to get it aligned though with the rest of this. These two need to move forward. And then get this one centered up. It looks like it kind of goes and gets squished in a little bit at the end, so I think maybe just a tiny touch thinner, and then it's going to squish inwards from there, and I think that'll be fine, because these do look slightly thinner than the original. Okay, so we have that. So this is going to go from here, and then these guys do not need to be an extreme amount either. They just need to be enough that they feel correct. And then I don't know how long the blankets are gonna be. I suppose I could always just edit this later if I need to. Oh wait, I forgot to squish the end. Okay, so we're gonna pull this inwards into here, and then we're gonna make sure that we leave a section of this that's gonna be normal, and then we gotta squish it. Make it all squishy. And then I'm gonna delete this segment here. I think this part, we can spread this out so it feels like it's actually doing the change like so. So it basically squishes like that. There we go, that's not bad, that's not bad. If I want to add like the tiniest bit of extra to this, like we could just basically go like this. Oops. This edge doesn't need to stay though. We can get rid of that. And that just adds like an end cap on it. That's totally not necessary, but I think it looks nice, so I'm doing it. I'm trying to like balance me being like, I want to do it because it looks pretty, and me being like, no, no, we don't need the extra polys, damn it. I'll figure it out, I'll figure it out. I think for like the actual way this is gonna get set up, I'm gonna have to like mess around with with any sort of like rigging if it's like actually animated and stuff. But I mean, I think for now it's kind of cool just being able to make something that looks like this in the first place. You know, actually, is it getting pinched in? I think it is getting pinched in, right? Maybe it's actually getting pinched out. How does this look from like an angle? Do I have an angle version of this? No, not barely. I mean, I have some times where it's... No, it is getting pinched in. No, that's accurate. Thank you. I've been looking forward to it all year. Wish I could have volunteered like last year, but I'll be sure to keep the chainmail ringing for you on. Still need to start back up in Blender myself. I've got enough to handle right now. Yeah, I feel that. I wish I could model more lately, but like modeling is like, I have to figure out what I want to model, and it's like, I really need to get into texturing, but I don't want to texture when I'm stressed. I'm like constantly stressed. So it's like, I'm at least doing this. This is better than nothing. Also, this is the part I laughed about. Also, how is it that I'm learning just as much about horses from you as I have from the last 8 years of Brony? I mean, they're candy-colored ponies, so, you know, I'm actually talking about real horses, so, you know, that probably helps. I'm gonna make this thing a touch bigger, and then, I don't know if I should add, like, caps on the end, because technically it's, like, segmented anyways. Yeah, I'll leave that. We have the brain, the brawn, and the polygons to win this! If only the computer can handle it. My computer can handle it. I have a pretty... I got a beefy computer. I got this baby specifically for 3D. Oh, hi Sarah! Thank you for the Prime sub! Welcome to the stream! Okay, we got this thing put together. I think what I'm gonna do maybe is actually... I think I'm gonna just combine it for now so it's one object, just so I don't have to worry about it. And then I'll just scoot you randomly over there. Scoot this over here. Okay, and then front view, paranoid save, don't mind me. Fair enough that you'd be surprised how much detail fan writers will add to make it more realistic. I would know I have a whole shelf of books. No, I feel that. I mean, like, I know I know I saw there's like a, I remember watching Dawn Somewhere's video on Only Somewhere We Know, and the whole story is like basically, oh, the entire show was Rainbow Dash's dream of, like, you know, having something pleasant because her life is miserable as a real life horse. I'm like, oh, that's an interesting level of darkness I never thought about. But like Dawn Somewhere's version of it is obviously very humorous instead, because that's what they do. If you haven't seen their videos, by the way, I highly, highly recommend. Okay. So I'm gonna be making a blanket rack for like actual full-blown blankets. Actually, you know what? I kind of like that one too. This one, maybe we'll get rid of you. I think I might actually do instead. Where's this one? Might do something like this instead, actually. Okay, that's a little big. A wee bit big. Bought so many books last year that I got a free book bag, but I got so many books that I broke the book bag. No! I'm also about 90% certain that the longest novel my family owns is now a fanfic. Don't tell me. Did you get Fallout Equestria? I'm pretty sure that's the longest fanfic there is, isn't that? At least in the pony fandom. I've been kind of curious about, oh god, what's it called? Was it like something Sins or something? It was the one where like Nightmare Moon gets turned into the little filly and Twilight raises her, and I forget what her name is. Oh my god, it's been a while. Past Sins, that's what it's called, isn't it? It's Past Sins. God, I still haven't read it. I want to read Fallout Equestria, to be honest. I'm just intimidated by how long it is. Like, I like good long books, but like, holy shit. I have like enough stuff on, like online I need to read, not even including that. Like, oh, that's a lot. That's a bit much. Okay, how am I gonna do this thing? I guess let's just start by making like a thin thing up here. Because we're gonna have to... This is such a weirdly shaped thing, but it makes sense for like a horse blanket, you know? Project Horizons is longer? Wait, which one is Project Horizons? Oh, okay, it is set. That's still set in Fallout Equestria, though. Volumes? Oh, 1.7 million words? Oh, what? Oh my god. Jesus, okay, I'll have to look at that later. I know I've heard of it because, like, I was looking at what the characters included were, and I know I've seen it around, but I've never actually, looked into it. I would count that as Fallout Equestria, even though it's more of somebody's spin-off of it, just personally. I can't believe it's 1.5 million. It's like, oh my god! Me struggles to read a 300-page young adult novel. Also me devours a 150,000 word fanfic in one night. For reference, the Lord of the Rings books are approximately 550,000 words. Fallout Equestria is 620. That still doesn't beat Horizon. Holy shit. God. Oh my god. I wasn't expecting that. I never actually looked up the word count. I just remember hearing people say, "Oh yeah, Fallout Equestria has a lot, is like very long." You know, and I remember people talking about that, and that was like one of the reasons why I didn't read it. Actually, hold on. I know this, I'm getting distracted again from like what I'm actually doing, but pretty much every great Fallout Equestria story is absurdly long compared to most novels. Is Pink Eyes is a good one though, isn't it? Puppy Smiles, Pink Eyes. How long is Pink Eyes? Because I thought that one was good too. How long is it? Because that was another one I wanted to read at some point. Oh, it's still pretty long. It's 134,000 words. One of the ones I've been trying to read for ages is 366,000 words. And I get like halfway through it and then like I get onto something else. It's called The Story of Twilight Glow by Jeweled Pen. It's a really good story. I just keep getting distracted because I probably have fucking ADHD. And then I try to reread it, and my brain kind of like turns off in the beginning because it's the part I've already read, and it's not been long enough for me to forget it. And it's like this vicious cycle of like I keep trying to read it, but then my brain just turns off like somewhere at some point before I get any further in, and it's so stupid. It's a very good fic though. I highly recommend it. It's just very long. And I think they're still updating it. Because the last update seems to have been May 27th, 2023, so it was recently updated-ish. Yeah, here, I can give you a link. I don't mind pasting links in Twitch. This one. If you want some really good fics, though, I do highly recommend Cyanwolf. Cyanwolf has some stuff like Have You Considered My Servant Twilight, which is based off of the Book of Job. I don't know what their pronouns are, so I'm just gonna say they, them. Probably female, but I don't know. Maybe it's male. I don't know. I'm not gonna guess. Some people give me certain vibes, and I don't want to be offensive by accidentally like guessing. Anyway, Cyanwolf also made Redeem Us in Our Solemn Hour. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe they're non-binary. This one is really, really good, by the way. I highly recommend it. It made me cry. Also, just checked out of curiosity, the longest piece of literature ever written is in fact a fanfic! Which one? Oh my god! Audiobooks are such a lifesaver for me reading-wise. Wish there was a way to get my favorite fanfics as audio. Yeah, because it's like, you have to be part of like a major fandom, and it has to be like a popular fic for it to be an audiobook, which sucks, but it's also so nice that people just do that stuff for free too. I'm not a huge audiobook person, but it sucks because it's like I don't have time to sit down and read. Okay, I'm gonna just mention a couple other ones I highly recommend. The Moonstone Cup is really good. I just reread that again. Hard Reset. If you don't mind the themes in it, check the tags, please, and check the description. Hard Reset and Hard Reset's sequels are really fucking good. But it's not for everybody. There's a lot of dark themes. There's a lot of really dark shit in it, so if you don't like that stuff, don't read it. But it is a really, really good fic, and it's also, I really love time loops, man. I love time loops. Homecoming's really good too, but it never got, well, I guess there was some updates in 2023. I didn't think that got updated. The Sphinx's Riddle's super cute. It's based off of Earthsong 9405's worlds for one of the worlds that they came up with. And then again, I really like horror. Twilight's Dollhouse is excellent horror, and it's been finished. Twilight's Dollhouse Part 2 has not been. And speaking of unfinished, Heir of the Nightmare by Polaris 501, fucking insanely good, has not been updated since 2018. I perish over that fact. But it is really, really good, and if you want to, just keep in mind it's never been updated. But it is so, so good. So those are my recommendations. They're fantastic fics, especially if you actually like My Little Pony, so. Okay, back to the actual content. I don't get to talk to people about My Little Pony much, so it's kind of nice. Okay, I think 8's a good number to do for this. But yeah, no, like there is so many really good MLP fanfics. Like, oh my god. You know, like holy shit. It's impressive. It's genuinely impressive. I wish I had time to read like the major ones, like to really get into the meat of some of those. Because like I said, like I want to read Past Sins, I want to read Followed Equestria and stuff. I just haven't had time. Got no fucking time. No time. Drives me insane. I don't know with this particular model how close I'm gonna try and get this to look correct. Because realistically speaking, you're probably not gonna be like staring up close and personal with this one. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna try to get this as close as I can and just see how it goes. The Loud House revamped by James Dean 5842. It was updated almost daily since 2017 and just finished as of February 2024. What? Its word count is too long for fanfiction net to display, but its estimated word count is over 31.5 billion words. No fucking way. Longest written work ever. Oh my god. I've read a really good MLP XCOM fanfic. No idea what XCOM is. I just like the description. XCOM, I've never played it, but it's like a strategy game, I believe. Oh, how do you describe it? It's like a turn-based strategy. I've seen other people play it. If I'm understanding. Am I thinking of the right one? Oh god, maybe I'm thinking of the wrong one. I thought it was XCOM. Hold on. Alien Invasions. What are you, though? Yes, it is turn-based. Okay, so there's genre. It has strategy, turn-based, real-time, and third-person shooter. Okay, I was like, wait a second, am I going crazy? Because I'm pretty sure I've seen somebody play this before. I haven't seen a whole lot of it, though. Like, I don't know it super well, but I know I've seen people play this, I'm pretty sure, a couple times. But yeah. How the fuck am I gonna do this? I don't like trying to do turns like this in 3D because it's really difficult. Referring to XCOM Ranger with Sunset Shimmer yeah, with Sunset Shimmer having joined XCOM, I'm almost halfway done with that one. Oh my god. Encyclopedia of MLP Fix. Okay, let's try roughly lining this baby up, I think. Best I can, and then smooth it out a little bit. That's not the worst, right? Oh, forget. Like miles away from it. I think that could be worse. I think it's okay. This might need to straighten out a little bit. It feels a little awkward on that turn. I think maybe I need to like... Do I need to like... No, adjust to... I think it got a little too cramped, and that's what's bothering me. I think that works a lot better. Okay. Yo, okay, this is working. This is working. How do I fix my pivot again? Ah! Reset pivot? No. Reset pivot? Yes. There we go. Okay. I fixed my pivot! It's not broken anymore. Okay. And then let's delete the faces at the bottom of this as well. I may have to keep these parts, honestly, like... I'm nervous about, messing this thing up. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try and keep these parts, honestly. Why do you do that? Don't do that. Okay, we're gonna keep these separated parts just in case I mess something up, because I'm paranoid. I don't want to mess this up. Okay, combine these. Save! Paranoid save too. Don't forget to save. Can't believe the frickin' stream started with everything crashing. I'm so pissed. Okay, merge those guys in a vague attempt to make this functional. It's so much better than it feels it should be. The XCOM one? Well, that's good. Okay, so this one just kind of goes straight up into it, so I don't think I have to worry with the top of this. I just need to make sure this bar here is bigger, I think. So let's just make this like an extra thick boy. Oh, that's all the way over there. So that this one actually goes inside of it. Like so. So I don't have to worry about it. Okay, maybe not too thick, and then just delete the tops of these. Okay, so this is gonna be the fun version of now we repeat what I just did, but trying to follow this shape. Oh god. Let's pull this forward so I can have it lined up properly. Yeah, that should be good. Okay, so I'm gonna pull you back a wee bit. I'm gonna grab the edges of you and we're gonna scooch you forward. So... We love making custom shapes without using NURBS curves in this house. Yay! I really need to learn how to use those. This would be so much easier if I was. Someday, I will stop neglecting my knowledge of 3D and I will actually go back to the thing that I keep telling people I specialize in. Okay, so I'm just gonna drag this baby down and we're gonna make it look like it just kind of morphs into this other one. And we're gonna make like a separate thing here to kind of make it round off on its own. I hope. Why are you not? What is wrong with you? grabbing stuff I'm not supposed to. I feel like something went wrong. What did I do? Who did I grab? What is... Oh, no! No, 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 no! Why is there... Oh, no! Ah, fuck. Get this off my selection. Okay, I think this is fixable. Oh, God, why? Why is there shit inside my tube? Get out of there. Wait, there's ah! What is this? What is happening here? Why is there just shit in the tube? Okay, so there's nothing down the middle of this one. Okay, so there's like junk inside of here though. Why? What the fuck happened? Oh my god. How did you take this from what I told you to do? What the fuck? This was going so well until you did this. Why did you take what I said to do this way? Why? You dumb of ass. I didn't say to do it like this. Oh my god, what the fuck? What? Okay. Okay, that explains why it looked weird, but I didn't notice until I got to the end. I think if I delete this, it's fixed. I don't know why what I did with, like, extruding the edges caused this, though. Like, what? Maya, you dumbass! Which is a sentence I can use for so many pony stars. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of pony fics are much better than you'd expect. Okay. Okay. I think we are technically good. So I'm gonna pull this back up. And we're gonna just kinda... We're not gonna like perfectly merge this in. What we're gonna do is we're gonna extrude this one more time, and then we're extrude this 2 more times, and we're gonna pull it inwards to make it look like it's connecting back up to this. So it's like, oh, hey, would you look at that? It's like soldered into the other pipe or something. I don't know. Hopefully it looks cool. I just want the top pipe to feel like it's been like attached onto it. I'm gonna do something stupid. Okay, so basically I'm trying to recreate that little, like, smaller pipe there. pretty much, without having to actually recreate it. So we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna knock this baby out like this. So it's like kind of doing a weird perpendicular thing, I guess. I don't know. It looks so messed up. You know what? I think I have to actually size this down because like trying to do it at the same size just doesn't seem to want to work. I think something happens when I try to like tilt it or something. I don't know. Yeah, I think it gets messed up when I tilt it, so it ends up looking like it's like fatter than it is, which is so stupid. I don't know. That works. And we could just grab these edges and just go straight down now. There we go. I think that'll work. Good enough. Good enough! I got a blanket rack. It functions. Okay. And then the last piece is just, of course, having like something for this to actually sit on against a wall. So it's gonna need to have a piece of metal that it'd be mounted on. Actually, this should technically just be a small, thin piece of metal. And then this would actually have a bit that sticks out. I'm just gonna make it off of this thing. I don't feel like... It'd probably be easier to do it the other way, but I'm gonna do it like this because I'm being stubborn. And me. Okay, so it kind of like dips outwards, I guess. There's not like a very... not a super good shot of what this stupid thing looks like. Oh, no, wait, I think I get what's happening here. Okay, no. Undo. I think I get it. So it's like, it's hard to see it from the side, but from a angle, it's weird, that's for sure. But I see how this works. So basically, it's just a thin thing here, and then this bottom section comes out like this. And this top section's pretty thin. Like it's just there for mounting purposes. Yeah, it basically works like that. And then there's a bar that goes back and forth between the two, the top and the bottom, that is. So the top is like this, the bottom is basically reverse. And they're both mounted to the wall. So this goes down to the second level on this thing, where there's a second set of this nonsense right here. But on this one I'm just gonna delete those, and then I'm gonna grab the vertex and just pull it in. Yeah, this is probably a lot more work than is needed for a blanket rack, but I don't care. It's my blanket rack. I'm totally not stealing somebody's, you know, probably patented design, obviously. No way. No. Hopefully this is fine. I can always change it. I can always edit stuff. Yeah, that works. Good enough. I'm terrible about spacing things. So that's why it's very nice when I'm working in like vector and 3D. I can just make a little box and it's perfect. Well, I do it with raster too, but vector and 3D are much easier. Hey, look at that, look at that, that's pretty fancy schmancy. And then if we were to like, you know, move the pivot over here, then it swings like this. Ah ha ha! So basically the pivot should sit about here on all of them. And then... Oh, look at that! Look at that! That's so cool, guys! Oh my god! I love it! Oh my god. Oh, this is ridiculous. I love it. There we go. Okay, this one's gonna have to actually get grouped now. Thank you. Oh my god, I'm so happy with this. This looks so cool. Actually, you know what? If I come back over to this one, maybe I'm gonna edit this one to work the same, just because if I already got that one set up, I might as well fix this one as well. So let's come back at the, let's come around to this one again and try messing with this. I didn't even rename it. It's not done. It's not done. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is we're gonna go back into the original group on this, and we're gonna delete everything except for the bases. So that we have a base that's just gonna stay there. And then this one, we're gonna do the opposite. So we're gonna grab everything on these segments, we're gonna delete it. And we just have these guys. Now, I don't really feel like making each of these their own individual one right now, so I think what I might do is just for now, I'm just gonna scoot the pivot and we're just gonna treat it as like one thing. I don't know. Maybe I should make them individual. I mean, that's the whole point. Okay, I'll do it. I've talked myself into it. I'm gonna do it. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna call this blanket rack short mount mesh, and then we're gonna call you short rack mesh, because I think that's what I called these ones, right? I just called them, no, I called them hanger. I called it hanger. Okay, let's keep that consistent. Hanger mesh, and then I'm gonna call you 1, and I'll rename it automatically, which is nice. Okay, there we go. Okay, and then all of these guys need to get fixed now. So come in here, delete. Come in here, delete the top, delete the next one. Ditto. Delete the top 2, delete the bottom 2. Same. Delete the top 3, delete the bottom 1. And then finally delete everybody but the top, or everybody but the top and bottom. Okay. And then all these guys have the correct thing on here. It might need a little bit of fixing on the pivot point, just a touch. I might have to make some adjustments to that, but it's good enough. Maybe I'll later add like an actual like what do you call it? Like an actual cylinder around each of them. I'll see about it. I'm not gonna do it right now though. Okay, blanket racks are fixed. Oh, I forgot to include that on each of them. Oh well. Do I want to go back and fix that? All of these are showing that on them. I'm assuming it helps stabilize it, but I don't want to fix it. I'm just gonna put it over there and I'll decide later. I forgot I hid that when I was trying to fix the issue on these. Oh well. I will sort it out later. Okay. So far so good. We got a few different objects made. We still need a saddle rack and a bridal rack. So... do I have a front view of this? I don't think I do. Oh, wait. I do. Okay. Okay, so... I don't really like the one that I used for a reference because it just kind of feels bleh. It's kind of boring. But some of these other ones are even more boring, so I don't really want to use those either. I also don't want to make something that's a pain in the butt to texture too, to be fair. What I'm thinking is maybe doing one that's more of a, how do I describe this? Like a half cylinder? I like the look of the half cylinder ones, honestly. There's like a lot of different designs here. A lot of them have a hook underneath too, so I'm gonna have to do a hook. Okay, I think I know which one I want to do. Which is obviously, of course, not the one that I originally had. Because I'm indecisive like crazy. Oh no, not 180, I want 90. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna do something like this. We're gonna bump this down to 12 again. Maybe 16. Yeah, maybe let's do 16. I'm gonna delete the faces on the bottom here. And then we need edges. So this is kind of what I'm leaning towards personally. I think I like the look of this better. And then the other part I'm looking at is maybe having a curling metal piece in the back. I don't know how fancy I want to get with it. The one I referenced is like, it looks pretty common. Otherwise, a lot of other ones are either very, very basic metal pieces, which I'm not a fan of. I think it looks very boring. Or it's got like a very tiny hook on it, which looks nice, but it's gonna be more annoying to model. This one's not so bad. It's actually kind of cute. I think I'm gonna try this other one though. I think I'm gonna try the one that I'm looking at right now because I like it. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab... we're gonna grab these faces and then... actually, no, wait. I could just grab these faces actually and just not select the bottom ones. There we go. Yeah, that looks pretty slick. It doesn't have to be perfectly rounded. It would look nicer that way, but I think let's stick with this for now. And then the rest of it is gonna go as like a piece. Actually, maybe that might be easier to make with a... yeah, I think I might make it easier with a Taurus. Okay. Paranoid save, Maya, what are you doing? What the hell, Maya? Why is it? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna try closing out of the program. Save it. I'm gonna try closing really quick. I don't know why it's doing that. I've never seen it do that before. not closing now. Okay, I think it's like on the verge of like crashing. Like it saved my file. Okay, there it went. It's now down. Okay. That was weird. I'm just gonna try and get it to end anything related to Autodesk for a second. And then try and boot this back up and see if it behaves. I've genuinely never seen it do that before. I don't know why it was doing that. Oh. Okay. Okay, for some reason it has me in front view, but it seems to be working fine. So I think we're okay. I don't know why it was acting up, but we're okay. I didn't tell it to save in front view, but fine. As long as it's not gonna die on me, I don't mind. Just don't die on me. Don't die on me now. Okay, so let's try 16 and then reduce this down significantly. I'll probably do, I think 8's fine. I'd probably, oh, how's 12 look? Nah, maybe, I wanna do 10. What I'm kind of thinking is like spreading this out basically and turning this into, that was not what I meant to do. Turning this into like a wide hook like I'm seeing on the example I'm looking at. Here, I could probably, it's not gonna look great in front view, but I can show you guys through the image plane really quick if you want to see. It says it's a retro bridal rack, but I really like it. I think it looks very nice. So this is what I'm aiming for, basically. And I'm thinking, like, honestly, you could potentially get this kind of, like, look with the, like, the screws and, like, the shape in it just from textures. So I'm just gonna see how this turns out without having to... No, that's not what I wanted. I hope I didn't accidentally... Oh, God. What did... Okay. I'm hitting things I don't mean to hit, and it's scaring the shit out of me. I'm like, why are you doing this? Okay, so... Actually, we could potentially bring it up to 20 just to give it that nice, smoother shape to it. And then what about this one on 16? It's gonna be like half of this size, but okay, maybe this on 12. Yeah, I think let's go with that. And then delete you. And then this one, we're gonna extrude. And then start pulling it in a little bit. Gently kind of start nudging this thing out a little. That's not bad. Okay. And then we grab this section and we just drag this straight up, pretty much. And then we're going to recreate what we did here down below. And then this section is going to just sit against the back of this, basically. Like so. And this could probably just be made a little bit thinner. I think that worked. Oh, it almost worked. These guys in the back didn't quite get the memo, I see. Weren't close enough to get it. There we go. And then we can just kind of adjust this so it sits a bit straighter, hopefully. Okay, not bad. Maybe just pull this up a touch. And that gets a bridle hanger. You can put stuff underneath it. I feel like this could be made just a wee bit smaller. Maybe just like, in general, just make it smaller. It just feels very clunky to me. Here we go. No, I think that looks good. I like it. Okay, I'm just gonna combine the whole object together now. Okay, there's a bridle rack done. So we still have a saddle rack to go. The saddle rack I have a reference of is a bit more complex. So I might want to consider doing a simpler version. Because there are some that are just straight up simply 2 slices of wood in a triangular shape, which is definitely easier. And I don't mind the look of those either, to be honest. one that I got a good photo of is a metal rack, but the problem with it is it's all piping instead of just like flat sheet of metal or something that's easy to do. So what I might do is I might use this as like at least a reference of shape, but I'm debating if I wanna. So this is when I went to the store and I was like trying to look at saddle rack options. I was like, oh, you know, this is a good photo. Get a good photo of this. And my dad come with me, so that's him holding it up. Okay. So that's the front version of this, and then there's a side version, and then we could do the wood versions instead too. I think with the saddle racks I might end up experimenting with a couple versions of it. There's also a version that's kind of like a standing one, where it's just a whole bunch of pipes and like the bottom one is on 2 pipes and then the top 2 are freestanding off of one of the pipes. Debating if I want to do the wood version or not. Maybe I will do the wood version because I think it's gonna be easier on me. So I'm getting tired. Sorry. So there's some that are like multiple racks, like that are stacked. And there's some that are just solo racks. I think what I might do is like maybe a solo rack. It's got like a big wooden chunky board on it, I think. It's doing that thing again where it won't let me select the damn image plane. So we do like a big chunky wood bit here. And then... God, I need to see what I'm doing here. Okay, so... Then give it another chunky wood bit. Like so. That comes out of... here. Actually, no, I don't need to extrude that. I can just do this. Something like that, yeah. That works. And then... Fun fact, I don't have any direct images of what this stupid thing looks like underneath the hood. I think I like the idea of there just being a piece of wood that's like kind of diamond or triangle shaped underneath it. And then there's gonna be 2 slabs of wood to the sides. So I need to see what I'm doing here. My freaking thing went away. Yeah, I wish this like angle snapped. That'd be nice. Wait, why are you... Did something happen to my thing? Why is it not exactly... Something messed it up. It started like changing my rotation values of the other stuff I wasn't messing with. I'm like, wait, what the hell? Why are you doing that? That's not what I asked of you. Okay. So we're basically aiming for something a little bit like this, I think. I'm hoping I can get, like... I'm hoping it lets me be able to, like, flip this the way I want. Okay, it's not letting me. I just wanted to flip it like this, but it's kind of hard to sometimes get this to flip the exact way you want it to. Okay, negative works just fine with this one. Okay, so we have our 2 slices of bread, right? And then what we need is a endpoint middle bit thing in here. So let's make something like this. Maybe consider just doing a little something like this. You can just have this as like a decorative end piece. And then do a smaller one inside of here. Not that anybody's gonna see it, it's just for me. Gonna spread that out and make it a kind of pillared through the middle or something, I guess. Just so that if I put this elevated enough, it's not gonna look weird, I hope. So if you're like looking at a higher up saddle rack and you're looking underneath the saddle and stuff, you're not gonna see something that looks fake as fuck. Okay, I think this background is not needed anymore. However, this feels a little small in comparison to the rest of this, so I might make it a touch bigger. You know, it doesn't need to be too big. Let's do something like that, and then pull this bottom segment down a little bit. Pull you up. And then this could maybe be a touch smaller so that this can... Maybe not that much smaller. Actually, no. Compared to the image, that actually kind of looks okay. Okay, I'm gonna scoot these guys in just a touch, just so that it's good. It might be that I want to make this part stick out a bit more, though. Just make it a little thinner. Like that. That's not too bad. Okay. And then... I'm like looking at some of these examples, like trying to figure out what feels best. It just feels chonky to me for some reason. I think that's what's bothering me. I don't know why it feels so chonky. It also would help if I actually had a saddle to, like, you know, base this off of, so I could actually see, hey, does this look like it matches the saddle? Unfortunately, I don't, so I think we're just gonna have to go with this chonky fella. Some of these are sanded down to be more rounded edges, but I think because I'm just uncertain on how this is gonna work out, I might leave this one as is, just to be safe. Because without an actual saddle to space this off of in terms of how it's going to look in, you know, model, game, whatever the heck it's going to be, I don't want to try to finalize anything with it for now, just in case. Okay. Well, the final piece is going to be the wheelbarrow. Am I up for the task, or will I cave and try to do it off camera? Place your bets now. I think we could give it a shot. I do have a good number of references. It shouldn't be that hard, technically. Let's see. Let's give it a shot. So let's try going into our front view and let's see which images are going to work for this. I have a few different shapes of wheelbarrows though, which kind of makes this a little bit harder. I think we're going to do this for the front. Okay, the right view is not going to work very well. Let's try the left view. Image plane. Might have to reverse that. So the way I'm going to set this up, I think it's going to put it backwards. Okay, what's the difference between these two images? I can't tell if it's just like a deeper thing or if it's more straight on. Might be more straight on. Okay, I'm gonna copy this one. We're just gonna fix this so it's to the side instead. Okay, so flip and save. I mean, it's to the side, but to the opposite side is what I'm trying to say. Okay, there we go. Okay, how do these guys line up now? For some reason, this one's out partying. Okay, how do you size up? Not great. Okay. Yeah, these guys don't match up super well. Okay. I'm gonna give this a try. Okay, so first things first, I think the easiest part of this entire bastard is gonna be making a simple torus. Nope. Left view? Yes. Just for the wheel. The torus should be the easiest part, technically speaking. Ah! Okay, give it a shot. So, size you into position here. I don't even know if I want to actually just change it at all, because I think that actually is pretty close to what I'm gonna need. Okay. Jeez. How does this thing go together? It's got like... What are you? It's got a whole bunch of segments that are just basically wood. Okay, so the back end is what I'm seeing here, and that's just like a bar of metal. So this is gonna be really straightforward. This is just metal. That's all it is. Actually, it's in a good position for that. And then we could actually maybe just grab the handle off of this to make a start on the handles for the wagon. On the, not wagon, wheelbarrow. Because basically what it does is it's kind of a... It's just like, you know, it's a piece of wood. And then there's like a handle at the end, right? So just shove this baby in the middle. Maybe size it up a little bit so it's not so different in size. This looks so stupid. This looks so incredibly stupid. Fantastic. Okay. You know what? What I might do is... Let's flatten these guys out. This is gonna look so dumb. This is gonna look so dumb. Oh, this is gonna be so stupid. I have no faith in this. This is gonna make it connected though, which I hope will be helpful to me. I hope this helps. Okay, so we got a fucking square shape down. So now, okay, it does seem to have all edges selected, so we should just be able to extrude, and this gets us the rest of the handle, basically. Like, well, it gets us the handle plus the actual, like, you know, rest of it. Now, I am paranoid. I'm gonna save, and I'm also gonna put this in my junk thing because, where the hell is the junk stuff? Did I delete it? Ah, shit. I might have deleted it by accident. Oh, damn it. Okay, well. No, wait, is it under refs? No, I did delete it. Damn it! Oh, okay, I'm putting you under junk. Or I'm putting you under, like, a junk group. Because I think I accidentally deleted the other one and I didn't realize it, which is always lame when that happens. I didn't mean to delete that. Wait, why did you? Oh, that's opposite of helpful. Okay, anyways. So this is gonna need to get sized down though. Okay. So that gets us a handle. That's something. Okay, the... Oh, I'm gonna need to do a fill hole and then these guys gotta do a connect across thing. So that's not stupid. Okay. Okay, we pull you down like so. Okay. What I'm thinking is like maybe we just make a little like thing for the piece of metal that's gonna be underneath it, maybe? This is gonna be frustrating because I'm trying to do this with the other stuff in the background. And this thing on top of it. I know, my pivot's all the way there. What are you grabbing something else? No. I don't know why it's over there. Why aren't you in a normal fucking position? You're weird. What are you... Okay, it's grabbing something I can't see. That's what it's doing. What are you grabbing? No, why are you grabbing the ball, you dumbass? Okay, everybody's going in a group until I'm done. Get the fuck out of here. You too. Get out of here. Okay, I didn't lose everything. Like, why is it, like, freaking the fuck out? It's, like, grabbing shit it doesn't need to grab. Yeah, because it was grabbing shit it didn't need to grab. That's why. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, unfortunately, I have to do this according to at least one of these fuckers, so... I'm gonna line stuff up to the side right now. I need to line stuff up to the side and only the side. This one is going to have to go like this, which is so much fun. How do you connect up? Okay, so there's like a shape here that's incredibly confusing. So it kind of runs along the top of the other one. And it kind of, no, a few. So it kind of works like this, and then it's gonna go like this. And then we need to grab you. Where the fuck do you think you're going? Where the fuck do you think you're going? Just align to this, dumbass. It is rebelling! It's rebelling too much. I don't appreciate it. There we go. And then this one. It's gonna need to look a bit like that. So that's basically kind of what's gonna keep the bucket, I guess, in place. And then I'm gonna need I'm gonna need something, it's called an axle, maybe? I don't know. I'm gonna need a thing that goes through the wheel. Let's do 12 of these, maybe 6 even, because it's just gonna be, it's gonna be a tiny little thing that's gonna go straight through the damn wheel and nobody's gonna see it. Wheel's gonna go like right here. This is so awkward. Okay. So I'm thinking for the wheel is I'm gonna just do probably the laziest version of the middle of the wheel I could possibly do, which is gonna just be... It's just gonna be flat. Hold on. Okay, let's grab you and you. And then we're gonna spread these outwards, I think. Like this. And then we're gonna grab this. And we're gonna like pull it in like so. And hope this works. I think I have it backwards, but it kind of does. There we go. There we go. It kind of does. Kind of. Okay, we can make this inside section smaller. There we are. There we are. It's working, I think. Technically. Oh my god. Jeez. This thing I think is gonna have to sit on the wood here, so that means it's gonna have to go, you know, perpendicular, whatever, not perpendicular, parallel to it. I have to go parallel to it. Like so. Best I can. And then we gotta find a way to reverse it. Reverse engineer it. Feels a little but I think that'll work. I think it's close enough. I think it'll be fine. Okay. Okay, so far so good, right guys? Right? Right? Okay. How? You know what? I might have these flaring out way too far, I think. I think that's part of the problem I'm having here. Yeah, I think this section is far too much. So let's combine these guys so that I don't have to worry about them, and then let's set the pivot down here on both of them. And then this is going too far out, so we need to pull it in a little, I think. I have to check it with the other thing. My pivot keeps getting fucked up every time I try to like do tiny adjustments for one little thing, and then it's like, oh, you're trying to do this across the whole thing? I'm like, no, I just wanted it for the one part, you dumbass. There's a freaking bug in my face. Okay, so far so good. Oh! I'm still nervous about making the actual bucket part of it. Save. Paranoid save. Go. Okay. Oh, this isn't touching the ground. Okay, I did fuck that up. This is supposed to be a lot shorter. Maybe it would help if everybody touched the ground at the same time. And maybe it'd help if I knew where the ground was. Okay, so that's slightly touching the ground. And then this doesn't sit perfectly flat when it is on the ground though, so it does need to be a little like this, and then I'll just fix this one so it actually looks correct. Yeah, okay, that's not too terrible. And then we'll try duplicating you and just spin you slightly, like so, and realign, hopefully. Maybe. Oh my god. Okay, we still need the bucket, but so far so good. I don't have, like, I have a good number of pictures, but I don't have very good views at the bottom because nobody really cares about the bottom of one of these fuckers. Okay, I think this is gonna be the hardest part, is figuring out how to make this stupid bucket functional. Okay. I think just a cube is gonna be our best bet, honestly. Like, I feel like a cube is gonna be a good place to start. Because then I can mold it into whatever I want. Oh, it's not set up like that. Okay, fantastic. I have been slightly defeated because of the fact that none of this shit makes sense. Okay, so it's gonna sit something like this, I think, right? And then from there, We could push this outwards a little. Fuck is... Why does that side look so weird? Oh, it's because of... Okay. Yeah, push that out a little, and then this inside part can come in like this to start creating the actual bucket. There we go. That's starting to look a little better now, isn't it? And then we can make this a little more gently sloping. And then we can repeat the same outside. Just at least roughly, I think. Okay, it's definitely a little more blocky than it needs to be. I would need to add more dimension to the edges here, but I think this is a really good start, honestly. It's not too terrible. Obviously the front doesn't look amazing, unfortunately. That's gonna require pulling this stuff in. Yeah, the front's not doing too terribly hot. So let's start pulling you closer. Yeah, it's definitely a good start so far. I think I'm gonna have to kind of clean it up a little bit, definitely give it a bit more definition. Just start adding some more stuff like edge loops in here and just kind of pulling things out so it doesn't feel it doesn't feel like it's just like too much of a cube anymore. since I did start with a cube, but I think for a very, very basic try, I think this is a good... I fucking swear if you... Okay. I thought it was gonna crash on me right as I did that, because it's kind of looking like it's gonna crash. Okay, okay. The file got saved. I think I'm gonna call it done, because I don't want to risk it. I don't want to risk anything else. Wait, didn't you say the wheelbarrow was supposed to be difficult? You could have fooled me because this is looking quite impressive so far. Thank you! Thank you very much. That felt difficult, I will say that! That did not feel easy. Did not feel easy at all, so... yeah, I'm gonna call it done here before something crashes, because... I don't know... What? I don't know why... Yeah, it's... What is going on with my outliner? I don't know why it's doing this. It's being weird. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up there then. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you guys next time. We're gonna do another gaming stream, hopefully Sunday. And then, I don't know for certain yet, but I'm leaning a bit more towards starting a BioShock set of streams. May change my mind, but, you know, that's what we're leaning towards. And then I think with these models getting completed, I'm probably gonna be doing, some TAC concept art for the, Thursday streams. That's if everything actually, like, I stick to my schedule, so. It kind of depends on that, so anyways. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I will see you guys next time. Bye!